The last thing before we go tonight, the best of humanity. I wasn't here at the anchor desk last week because my son and I spent his spring break volunteering at the Poland-Ukraine border. And one of the biggest and clearest takeaways from working with refugees is that this is a war against humanity itself. Mothers and children, senior citizens forced from their homes and their country to places where they don't speak the language, where they don't have any contacts, and they don't have a plan. You are going to see a lot more coverage on the plight of these refugees and the devastation of this war in the days and weeks ahead. However, I also want to share that amid this tragedy, I had the privilege of witnessing the absolute best of humanity. We spent the week working with PAH, Polish Humanitarian Action Group, who is working around the clock at border crossings to help Ukrainians through their resettlement process. We also volunteered with World Central Kitchen, who is preparing an incredible 300,000 meals a day to those impacted by the war. Volunteers from all around the world, every age, race, demographic, all coming together with one singularly focused mission: to help those who need it most. I want to share this guy, Ben Dusing. He's a lawyer from Kentucky. He's living in a hostel. He shows up at the border every single day, sometimes in a chicken suit. Other days, you see it right there, in a hot pink bunny suit, to give kids a comforting treat. Famed chef Mark Murphy, seen here on the left, led our kitchen and has been there for 7 weeks straight without one single day off. A French volunteer named Fabien, seen here in maroon on the left, he left the group, headed home to France just for the weekend, one reason: to vote for Macron. Now he's headed back to Poland. Alex Denislenko. He was a leader of my group, a Russian-born logistics expert. He's been leading WCK Volunteer Kitchen, and he's got no plans to go home anytime soon. Yesterday, he led an Orthodox Easter egg dyeing project at the Shemes Refugee Center, which currently holds hundreds and hundreds of displaced children. And during my time there with Alex, we shipped out an astounding 14,000 sandwiches. As my son pointed out, that when there is so much chaos, the only thing you want to do is do your small part. There is no time to think about problems you have at home, issues in your personal life. None of that matters. All you can do is focus on how do you get 4 slices of cheese on that bun as fast as possible. And many of these photos were taken by Robert Clare, a career combat photographer who leaves Poland, and he's now heading to Libya before returning home to the States. Each one of these people, extraordinary humans, many of them staying in hostels and hotels an hour away from the volunteer site because housing is in such short supply because, of course, of refugee needs. They show up 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, many of them canceling their plans to return home. At the border, when we worked with PAH, I met Kubi, a Polish man who left his job in Poland to volunteer at the pedestrian border crossing. That's where the refugees are in need of the most assistance, because they are arriving by foot with only what they carry. Chances are they don't have the money, they don't have a place to go, they just need help. I also gained a new appreciation for the importance of donating things like coats, hats, toys, and books. You're always reminded to do those things, but sometimes we forget about it when we're cleaning out our basements or our closets. Well, I can tell you, when a bus comes across the border with a 5-year-old that has been traveling for days, the only thing on earth you want to do is dig through that donation bin and find the perfect stuffed animal or maybe a fire truck. Same goes for a winter coat in the right size for an older gentleman who made the trip without one. For my son, who, like me, couldn't speak Ukrainian, couldn't speak Russian, and didn't have the information or the skills to help people with what they needed most, just the act of blowing bubbles for hours was somehow an injection of joy that we all seem to need. And to the Polish people, so many opening their homes, offering rides, leaving their own jobs to volunteer on their days off, truly embracing the principle of love thy neighbor, it was astounding to witness. My point is this: in the face of so much darkness, I want you to know that on the ground, there is also so much light. And while I come home saddened, I am also incredibly inspired. There are so many good people doing great things. And tonight, I want to honor them. We're going to talk a lot more about this war and the extremely difficult days ahead. But tonight, I leave you with this message, that there is light, and it is being led by service organizations, governments, and volunteers like you and me. Putin's inhumane war is also bringing out the best in humanity.